And so I'm doing a PGR affection story. This is going to be Rosetta. So I'm going to be reading the affection story and you'll see my reaction. So let's go ahead and get started. I send Masashi V from my hand to the graveyard, activating its effect. Choose one Masashi card from your deck and place it into your hand. And since I drew a Masashi card outside of my draw phase, I get to special summon Masashi Zero from my hand. Once a Masashi Zero has been special summoned, I get to special summon another Masashi card from my hand. You're summoning two monsters at once? And the one I'm summoning is, of course, the one I added to my hand thanks to Masashi V, Masashi IX. Ooh, he now has over 6,000 total monster damage. With no monsters on the field, Rosetta can't withstand the attack. Don't underestimate me. I activate my quick attack card, Sky Striker Anchor. Nani? Sky Striker Anchor allows me to gain control of one monster on your field until the end of my turn. Which, of course, means your Masashi IX is mine. Oh no! She took Masashi IX? It not only has an absurd attack of 3,100, it also can't be destroyed through combat. Is Rosetta going to live through this round? Did you really think that I didn't see this coming? Could it be? I activate my track card, Masashi Whirlwind. This card allows me to return any Masashi card on the battlefield to its own owner's deck, and we each draw one card. I get to draw one too? Of course, but the card must also be revealed to all players. If it's a monster card, it can be directly summoned onto the battlefield. Wait, but if Rosetta draws a monster card, then she might. No, with Rosetta's luck, she won't. Is that how it works? On your way back to the Grey Raven's quarters, you hear fervent cheers coming from the engineering bay. You decide to check out what all the fuss is about. As you enter the engineering bay, you see Rosetta and a construct playing a card game. From the looks of it, this round will likely be the final one, with this card draw deciding the player's fate. Under the rambunctious cheering of less than 10 spectators, the players place their hands on their decks. Draw! Looks like Lady Luck is smiling upon me. I have drawn a monster card. Come forth, bearing the blade in your heart, Masashi IX. I see. That must be why you slot 3 Masashi's IXs into your deck. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Now clearly at a disadvantage, Rosetta's opponent and the crowd await her card draw in eager anticipation. It'd be nice if it were a monster card, but Rosetta reveals the card she drew as a magic card. Her opponent leaps joyously into the air, and she lets out a sigh. It really isn't my lucky day. Is the match over? Yeah, I lost. Looks like I'm no good at luck-based games. Anyway, what brings you here, Commandant? Do you need something from the engineering bay? I came to see what the fuss was about. I see. Looks like we got carried away. Enough with the chit-chat, Rosetta. I'm sure you know what losing means. Yeah, I do. I'll be surveying the Arctic in your stead. You were deciding this over a duel? That's just hilarious. Just deciding who gets to go based by doing a card game. That's just hilarious. It's a non-essential mission, and there's no time limit. That's why. Chew your beans, Grey Raven Commandant. I'll send the mission details to your dedicated channel later. Rosetta, go register with our chief first. But this mission requires at least 2 people. Will you go with me, Commandant? I know it's a bit out of the blue. Okay. Thank you. Got your team sorted? Just tell the Chief Rosetta and the Grey Raven Commandant will be surveying the Arctic. Ha ha ha. With that mission sorted, I could spend time on assembling my hyper laser canyon instead. Leave before your mind gets further contaminated. The field survey mission is divided into several stages. We need to make several trips, and even need to stay overnight in the wilds. After the mission began, Rosetta took you to a snowfield some distance from the ARU. Here, you see a vast expanse of snow adorned with several lonely-looking trees. So I was thinking, you should familiarize yourself with life in the Arctic. I read about it before in the files. That's not the same. True knowledge is acquired by applying them in the field. I think that's true. So, to better complete our mission, our first step is to build a fire. Out in the wild, one's ability to start a fire is the difference between life and death. I'm sure you get the gist, Commandant. Starting a fire isn't that hard. Obviously, with the help of tools, but forest guards prefer to do it the natural way. Generally speaking, other than the basic materials, the forest guards gather tinder and firewood from the surrounding area. At which point, Rosetta begins collecting branches and arranging them into a pile. Which reminds me, us forest guards have a custom for building a fire to welcome newcomers. You aren't exactly wet behind the ears, but let's not pass out the opportunity. Think you can help me collect firewood, Commandant? Sure, I'm interested in this welcoming. Thanks. It's just another cousin of ours. I'm not sure if it'll live up to your expectations, Commandant. After searching the area, you find enough firewood to build a fire. These branches aren't exactly ideal for firewood, but they should still get the job done. Ensuring the firewood is sufficiently dry, Rosetta clears away a patch of snow. To your puzzlement, Rosetta lets out a sigh of relief at the sight of dirt beneath. Thankfully, it's not ice underneath. Is there normally a lot of ice? No, but it always seems to be the case for me. Looks like you might be my lucky charm, Commandant. Had I known this, I would have teamed up with you during the card game. I don't really know how to play. The rules of the game are fairly simple. You'll learn them soon enough. Anyway, let's get this fire started first. Rosetta fishes out a flint rock and strikes it a few times to light out the lower layer of the firewood. The embers slowly grow into a flame as they eat up the firewood, converging into a warm bonfire shortly thereafter. Now it's time for your welcoming. Once the bonfire is burning at a steady pace, Rosetta gestures to you to sit by the fire and slowly leans over. Wow, okay, that's a welcoming. Is this the welcoming? Yeah, I never done this for an outsider. Guess I need some more practice. Rosetta takes you by surprise as she approaches, but she does not seem to pay any mind. Rosetta continues, inching closer and closer, her breath almost palpable. Palpable? Okay. But just then, an earthquake? The sudden tremor stopped Rosetta in her tracks. Following the direction of the rumbling, you see a giant 10-meter tall snowball rolling your way. Run, Rosetta! Roger, let's head over to the trees. Thanks to your quick reaction, you and Rosetta avoid disaster. However, the same cannot be said about your hard-earned bonfire, which is swept away by the snowball, leaving not so much as a trace. What? Why is there a giant snowball? What the heck was that? Rosetta is taken aback by the strange happening. Shortly after, you hear familiar footsteps, hoof steps, coming from the direction of the snowball. Oh? Rosetta and Kelly? What are you two doing here? We were just starting a fire. Well, I was going to give Commandant a small welcome before the mission began, but I wasn't expecting a snowball to come flying out of nowhere. That was probably a snowball we made for building a snowman. Didn't destroy your bonfire, did it? I mean, yeah, it did. It really isn't my lucky day. Oh my gosh, poor Rosetta. There's a lot I want to tell you about surviving out here on the snowfields, but today it'll have to wait. Anything else we should be doing? Yeah, environmental surveying. This mission requires us to go conduct field work. Anyways, engineering wants us to set up our equipment on the designated coordinates. What's all this equipment? They're for surveying. I don't quite understand the technical details. They just need us to help set them up. The equipment Rosetta brought resembles various tripods with a camera terminal on top. It appears to also have basic AI functionality. Stretch it out and put it somewhere stable on the snow. Then the AI will latch this device to the ground. The engineers want at least some data soon. So, we need to set everything up before sundown. Oh? Huh? What's the matter? It's gone. The activation module. It's gone. Looks like I lost it. But where could it have gone? Did I lose it on the plane? Or on the way here? I equipment checked with the engineering staff through a checklist. I highly doubt that we've forgotten to bring it over. We must have lost it on the way here. But that covers too wide of an area. We'll have to spend an hour or two just searching. Oh jeez, oh gosh. Can you have someone send another over? I'll have to write some reports for Babylonia. But this is the safest bet. Oh my gosh, that's gonna take a while. Jeez. I thought we could complete this mission without a hitch, but I guess today's not my lucky day. With that, Rosetta sighs. She picks up a pebble on the ground and tosses it into the ocean. The pebble skips underwater, once, twice, all the way up to 7 times, before plunging into the sea. Rosetta notices your gaze and blushes before returning to her normal self. Some forest guards do this to forget about bad things. I figured I'd give it a shot. Oh, really? That actually helps. I mean, I've seen it a few times, like obviously in movies where people do this if they're angry and stuff, or sad, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get moving. Well, I guess it does help relieve some stress in a way, obviously, because you're just throwing stuff, but I think rocks, oh well, I don't know. Never tried this myself in, real life. Rotten figgins. Who's throwing rocks into the water? Huh? Massive streams of bubbles fizzle near the shore, eventually breaking into a splash, revealing the silhouette of a massive, red-eyed figure. No, not the Yeti. I can't. Okay. Yeti, your bare butt. I'm a bear, jellyfish. Bionic bear, eh? Wait, why would there be a bionic bear in the ocean? Well, yeah, because I was swimming, eh? What's the deal with you throwing rocks into the sea? Summoning some watery tart for a golden rock? What? Watery tart? Okay. Oh wait, I said golden tart, did I? Oh wait, did I say watery tart? Oh, whatever. She was just blowing up steam. I'm sorry. Oh? Rosetta's simple and direct apology catches the bear off guard. He visibly deflates. The rage is nowhere to be seen. He asks you what it was all about. Ah, alright. So you lost some module thingamajig? Yeah, so I was skipping rocks to take my mind off of it. I didn't think it hit you. I'm sorry. Oh, well, it's alright. I'll let it slide. Can't bear no bear for getting mad when you get a rock to the head out of nowhere, though. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyhow, you trying to turn them 3 legs on? Think you can help? Yeah, I can help alright. How? Just plug me right in, eh? I could turn them on. There's a control terminal on the back as well. I never knew bionic bears could do this. Yeah, bionics can do a lot more than you constructs. What's that human's name? I feel like he's gonna say, you're lying, so I'm just gonna tell the name. Kelly, eh? Alright, just do what I say. With the help of the bear, you successfully activate the equipment, and Rosetta sighs in relief. Ha! Cake! Done and done. Cake, okay. Thanks. Then folks been talking about helping you humans out. Figure I lend a paw. But don't go redistributing sedimentary wealth into the sea again, Forest Guard. I'll try my best not to. You'll try? Oh, okay. With these units installed, the mission is basically over. Commandant, come here if your survey equipment is all set up. Rosetta activates the module in her hand and begins to sync up the equipment. Running at full capacity, switching to automatic mode. Looks good. Okay, now, let's learn how to pitch a tent. Do we need to stay here overnight? I don't know. The first one seems whiny. I don't know. I kind of want to do the first one at the front of it, but we'll just go with the bottom. Do we need to stay here overnight? Yeah. Our last mission is to keep watch here all night. The equipment from Babylonia can help us set up camp quickly, but I still prefer doing things the old-fashioned way. With that being said, Commandant, do you know that tents are divided into freestanding and non-freestanding ones? Care to explain? Simply put, freestanding tents have a support structure that makes it ideal for learners. Most of the fishermen in ARU use these tents. Non-freestanding tents require an added support structure, making them more difficult to assemble. But this allows them to be set up anywhere, which makes it more portable once you're familiar with it. So, Commandant, let's pitch a non-freestanding tent today. And that's not because I lost the support rods or anything. Okay, now that you mention it, it feels like you did, but okay. On the vast and empty snowfield, even a quiet mumble can be heard crystal clear. Non-freestanding tents typically use trees for support, so we need to find 2 trees roughly 3 meters apart. Alright, let's go look. Well, bad news is that most of the nearby trees were cut down while developing the ARU. I don't think we'll be able to find a suitable camping site. We used to be able to find firewood here. So, just my luck. As if all hope was lost, Rosetta picks up a pebble and hurls it after a long, exasperated sigh. Oh, this time it's get 12 times. A vast improvement. Oh gosh, please don't tell me we're doing that again. Flabby Arctic rolls. Who's throwing rocks into the water? An angry wave surges up, revealing a familiar figure. Oh my god, I knew it! You live down there or something? I live on shore, obviously. This is just my favorite spot to sunbathe. Look at the ARU technology. Their bionic bears are so realistically made that they even sunbathe. Try living in me shoes, eh? Try getting a rock to your noggin every time you clock off from the climate section. And what is it with you two? Do you humans and constructs have nothing better to do? We told you last time. We're on a mission. Oh yeah, you did, eh? Didn't you? So what's with the rocks again? What's another module? We don't have a place to pitch our tent. A tent? You camping here or something? I just wanted to teach Commandant how to pitch tents in the Arctic for the final mission. But this ended up not going as planned. The tent is going nowhere. You two are a bunch of brain wranglers. But if you just need a shelter, I have an idea. I'm gonna feel offended, but okay. What? Okay. I kind of okay. Both either seems all funny, not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna say, save us, Master Bear. Don't call us Master Bear. Makes me sound like some weirdo. Whatever. If you need help, then let's build an igloo. Right. An igloo also works. Not to mention, it can be built anywhere. I completely forgot about it. Aight. Quit dozing and get cracking. Construct, you'll do the shaping. Kelly, you pile up the snow. How big do you want the snowballs? About waist high, but don't make them too big. Last time, a 10-meter tall snowball came rolling onto shore and just about scared me half to death. Oh gosh, that's You both followed the bionic bear's safety first instructions and quickly built an igloo. Rosetta uses her spear to carve a perfect spear out of the snowball. And finally, good work. You make Master Bear proud. Oh, now you're using that one. Okay. An immaculate igloo with a streamlined arc stands before you. The pristine snow is even glistening under the sunlight. Rosetta covers the entrance of the igloo with the tent canvas to block the freezing wind. Work's done, fellas. Let's go in and see if this igloo's a warmer. The three of you crawl into the igloo. Without any light, you cannot get a feel of your surroundings. Well, it feels pretty warm in here. Like what the bear says, you feel an immediate temperature difference upon entering the igloo, but it's a bit cramped in here, okay? And then you have like two big, like they are pretty big. And then you have us, which I'm pretty sure we're small, so. Though equipped with a knowledge of the how-to, no one has ever built an igloo before, causing this size miscalculation. In the end, you have created an S-size snow hut. Oi, Construct, can't you put your weapon aside? Your pokey bits are stabbing at me. Sorry, but you have to get over it. You'll never know when we might be attacked. Only soldiers that can endure can seize this final victory. I'm not here to make war, girl. Ah! Okay. The bear props up involuntarily in an almost slapstick retort, causing the small igloo to collapse and bury everyone in snow. Ah, just my lucky day. Do you know how to fish, Commandant? While doing mission work in the snow, Rosetta suddenly throws a question at you. Kinda sorta? Which means you should learn how to properly fish. Grab your fishing pole, Commandant. We had a few mishaps so far, but at least we managed to start a fire and set up camp. Next up, time to learn about how to secure food. So we need to fish? Oh my god, I can't really do the first one for the fun of it, but whatever. Yep, the forest guards live in accordance with nature, so fishing is one of the ways we do that. I have all the necessary tools ready this time. Commandant, we just need to find a good place to fish. 30 minutes later. Ooh, I guess no fish. Okay, this is just sad. I'm just gonna go with the bottom one. Rosetta's silence speaks louder than words. The fishing bucket is sloshing around in the liveliness of pure seawater. In other words, not so much as a nibble. Today's not my lucky day. Can't help it. As if taking a blow to her heart, Rosetta picks up a rock and hurls it after a long, exasperated sigh. Whoa! Deja vu. Special summon! Okay. Instantly, you realize Rosetta's nefarious plans. However, you are helpless in stopping the tragedy from unfolding. The special summon rock skids for over 20 times before sinking into the sea. Silence fills the air that compresses into tension. Rosetta fixes her eyes on the shore, waiting for the fated arrival. Oh my gosh, we're gonna disturb the bear again. Okay. But her expectant gaze is only met with the reticent and gentle weights of the sea. The watery ritual did not summon the furry bionic. The air is absent of his signature roar, which is to be expected. After all, even coincidences have its limits. Oh, just saw you two from afar and decided to come ashore early. Huh? Why do you look so surprised? No, wait. The last 2 rocks might have been accidents. My kindness. But this time, you're definitely trying to land it. Well, I only know how to summon you this way. I mean, you could just find him, but okay. So, you want me to help catch fish this time, eh? Yeah, no bites so far. No choice but to catch fish directly. But Commandant does not have diving gear, and also not built for underwater operations. Think you could help out? We're about done for today, so I want the Commandant to have a taste of the Arctic flavor if possible. Yeah, you know, your Rocky Horror show kinda rubs me the wrong way. But seeing you here with an empty bucket all day does make me feel kinda sorry. Oh my god, I feel really so bad for Rosetta. Really nice to see a Bennett, not gonna lie. Alright then, I'll give you some of my fish. You'll give us fish? What? Got a problem with that? I think Commandant is wondering why you're giving us fish instead of catching. Ha! Then I'll have to get my fur all wet again. With that, the bionic bear opens up his tummy, and a refrigerator compartment appears before your eyes. Oh, what? I was not expecting that. You have a fridge for your belly? You bionics are just like Swiss Army knights, aren't you? There's like 10 other functions or so, which are all highly practical. Alright, how about a roast fish for the human right here on the spot? You can trust your bear's grill. The bear treats you to a delicious dinner. It's already night, huh? I went fishing some more after that, but no luck. Let's just have the bear help next time as well. Yeah, if we still can't get any bites, let's do so. With that, Rosetta looks up at the sky. Only one less area to survey. Just my lucky day. Okay, last part of the affection story. All of the surveying instruments are up and operational. Campfire ready, tent is up, and we got fish from the bear. Good, already. Commandant, we just need to keep watch here until morning. Rosetta tells you so as she adds up a firewood to the campfire. The branches dried beforehand immediately catch fire as they join the pile. The campfire flares up. Sorry about that. The campfire flares up, burning and blooming like a blossom. Okay, sorry about that. My throat was itchy, so I had to cough. The campfire flares up, burning and blooming like blossom. The embers dance sporadically in air, become taken by the Arctic wind, then fall and go out in the snow. Commandant, thank you so much for coming with me on this mission. This feels more like a vacation than a mission. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The engineers also said that this is kind of vacation. Most of them were just reluctant to leave the engineering bay. After that, Rosetta falls quiet, occasionally adding in firewood and glancing at the surveying instrument. The engineers specified that since this is the last survey, they will not dispatch another crew to recover the instruments. So Rosetta will need to wait here for all instruments to attain enough data, then pack everything up and bring it back to Babylonia. So we have to wait? Oh, this way. Commandant, you can go rest in a tent if you're tired. I'll be on night watch. I'm not tired yet. Really? I think you should still rest while you can, though. After all, who knows what could happen? Oh gosh, nothing again. Huh? Rosetta is about to badger you into sleeping again, but a sudden tremor causes her to pause. It's raining? This is the first time I've seen it rain here. No, not just that. Coupled with the tremors. Commandant, I recommend that we hurry up and take shelter. Seeing the rain, Rosetta immediately wields her weapon. Her eyes meet your befuddled ones. Commandant, remember what the bear said about working at the climate station? Did he cause those tremors? No, I don't think so. But it looks like there's a problem with the climate section. Earthquakes, rain. Who knows what might come next? I'm worried that the tent will keep us safe out here in the snowfield. Anyway, come with me, quick. There should be a forest car shelter out here ahead. Really? We should be safe here. You and Rosetta find shelter in a cave. The entrance of the cave house as ice and snow whirled in a frigid wind. I knew it. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a few hours as we wait out the blizzard. Not my lucky day, huh? Huh? Rosetta pauses before breaking into a chuckle. Never thought you had this playful side to you. But it really is unfortunate to have this happen on the last day. We'll likely had to recalibrate the equipment. But on the whole, I guess I'm pretty lucky. Without giving you a chance to react, Rosetta leans over. Through all this misfortune, I got to see the world for my own and come to my own conclusions. And now, I'm sitting in the same place as you, Kelly. I'm not very good at expressing myself, but I can tell that you're trying to get to know me. Which is why I asked you to come to the Arctic with me, so I can show you how I live in the wild. I wanted to tell you all that you want to know about me. So, Kelly, do you know me a bit better now? If I say yeah, I feel like that's I feel like I'm gonna say, I'll just do the button. Not enough. Then let's take it slow in the future. We still have many more fights ahead of us. We have the time. Speaking of, I've been telling you everything that's on my mind, since the mission will have to be suspended in this weather anyway. Think you could tell me more about yourself, Kelly? I feel like the Babylonian records don't paint the whole picture. This will take some time. I don't mind. Before the storm stops. Sorry folks, but, I'm taking shelter here, too, eh? Oh wow, I knew it, he was gonna show. Just my luck. Okay, so that was the end of Rosetta's, affection story. I really enjoyed it. It was very cute. Obviously, the parts are kind of short because this is like she was one of the beginning characters of the Punishing Gray Raven. So the chapters now, the affection stories are now more longer now. I believe the S ranks they now are filled with comics, and also I believe they are voiced, I believe, as well. So only the S ranks. I don't think the 8 ranks are voiced, which is kind of sad, but oh well. But that's so cool. Anyway, but I really enjoyed it. It was so cute. I really love Rosetta. Hopefully she'll get a new frame soon, but obviously I want Cammy and Cammy to get a new frame first because they're they haven't got a new frame since 3 years ago or 4 years ago. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Rosetta's affection story. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next affection story of Punishing Raven. And I'll see you also in the next video. So goodbye, guys.